Three, two, one. Wow, what do we have here? What do we have hiding right there? Oh, look. It's The Biggest Secret by David Icke. Wow, what do you know? What do you know? The Biggest Secret, the book that will change the world. Recognize anybody in there? You know who that is? Okay. You know who David Icke is, right? Let me turn that book around so that you can see. I got my calendar right behind it because I'm about to hook it up. That's Dave Icke from the United Kingdom, from the Isle of Wight. He lives out on an island. Okay. How's the signal coming through? Okay, I gotta be real careful that I don't move around too much so that the phone doesn't fall. And I need something to monitor myself real quick. Okay, so hold on. I've got a phone around here missing. Okay. And I'll turn off the heater in a minute. It's just it was real super cold in here. So how y'all done? Is you boycotting Christmas this year? Will not automatically connect. It's kind of cold today. It's very cold. 50s, 48, 50 degrees. So they're still following the third interstellar object, which they say is a comet. The one person is saying that it's probably a spacecraft, but I think that's a bunch of horse crap. We'll find out on the 19th when it passes closest to Earth. And but I'll tell you what, coming from the perspective of we don't know what the hell, we're not at the telescopes, we're not the ones studying the crap. But I would imagine that the ones studying the crap are the freaking extraterrestrials, so they're not going to tell us jack. But if what they're saying is true, this thing has jet streams, right? It's like this fire, this object that's on fire moving through the galaxy at 50,000 miles per hour, 42 miles per second. And there's like a jet stream behind it. It's bright. A tail. They call it a tail. And what's weird about this one is that there's actually light shining in front of it. So that's kind of strange. So I'm still trying to connect here. You know, from being completely, we don't know what the hell. It's probably a subterfuge. We know they're here, right? They ain't telling us nothing new. Why are they bringing out this bullcrap? A subterfuge. Just so that they can say, see, there are no extraterrestrials. It was just a rock, right? Because people are catching on. Another thing that's catching on right now is that some of these people with large platforms who are getting they have like 1 million followers, okay? They're talking about this stuff. So before, nobody would talk about it. You couldn't talk about it. They would take you off the face of the planet of the earth. But now there are, these alternative channels. I won't name them, okay? But somebody is brought it up. So they put it out there that this one organization has been given billions and billions of dollars, and they have not found one freaking thing since 1970. So now you know what happened? Because the word is getting out. Now all of a sudden, oh, we found something. Since 1970, 80, 90, 2000, after 50 years, now you finally found something because people are talking about it now. You had the people shut up for 50 years, right? And so anyway, I can't be more specific. I can't talk about it, okay? I can't name the organizations or anything like that. But I just wanted to let you know that. Yeah, I saw an ad the other day. Oh, we found something now, right? There's one. So, the people are starting to finally realize what's going on. Okay, so I see this person is live right now also. But anyhow, let me check my signal and I'll tell you something what's going on so that we all get on the same page. Okay? Because they're blocking this so bad. I just went back and I checked and, they've been blocking it for so long, and I went in, I told you I was going to check some stuff. Okay? Because they're blocking it. And not only on here, but also on, I see there's some people in the comments. I'll read them here in a minute. Let me get this message out first. So I've been just going round and round and round trying to get this link to work. And even though this guy, David Icke, he's on X. Okay, remember they banned him from Twitter, then Rocket Man of America bought Twitter, turned it into X, and actually let this person back on, even though this person can't stand him. Okay? And so even though he is on X, he's not on Facebook, he's not on YouTube, he's banned. Okay? For bogus freaking reasons, because he was telling you that the biggest scam that ever was. He was telling you it was a scam from day one. That's why they banned him. And now they're making up some bullcrap excuse that because he said there was these radio frequencies, right? No matter that they were freaking scamming the people, right? And had the people scammed for like 4 years. And well, so that's David Icke. So he's banned on YouTube, banned on Facebook, and he's banned from 30 European countries because that place must be crawling with these freaking things, extraterrestrials. Okay? That's why they don't want you to know what he's saying, because he's telling about the extraterrestrials. So, now there's this one guy, and I'm going to show you how to read this so that we get on the same page. You don't have to go in and read page 1, page 2, page 3, because if you do, even if you did go through that, reading the first 3 pages, because of the how powerful religion is, you'll probably say this guy is a false prophet or some other thing. So that's why I'm saying just go straight to this chapter, and then you know you can go back and read the rest of the book. But just so that you get on the same page, um, read this chapter. Let me see what chapter it is. I'll show it to you. I think it's where I'm going to show you online right now, where you can go read this for free. The pages are different, but try to start at page 332, I guess. Okay. Where I'm reading it is page 338. But when you go online, for some reason, it starts on 332. Like if you look at this page on 338, it won't have this word right here. This first word is told. Okay. It says told, an American alternative newspaper. That's the first sentence on page 338. But when you go online, you won't read that. Okay. So that's why I say if you go online to read it, start at page 332 and read the chapter. I'll just show you the chapter. Okay. I'll show you the chapter here. Then I'll show you how to get to it so that you can, if you don't want to buy the book, it's dirt cheap. If you don't want to buy it on Amazon, just check this out first. And, hopefully you'll want to buy the hard copy, because I don't know, I guess some people read stuff online, but I can't stand to read a book online. Hell no, I'd rather get the hard copy. So this is chapter 16, and it's called Where Have All the Children Gone? Okay. Chapter 16, Where Have All the Children Gone? Okay. This is the chapter that names the names, gives you all the top government leaders in our government here in the United States. Well, actually in the UK too. But because they're cousins. And he gives you the documented facts that they're cousins. And you'll see that these are extraterrestrials, what he calls reptilian shapeshifters, also known as the fallen angel, Lucifer and the fallen angel. They're Satanists. They worship Satan. Okay. And he gives you their names, first and last name. And not one of them has ever taken him to court for defamation of character, challenging what he says in here. And this book has been out since 1999. Okay? People are just barely starting to catch on to these reptilian shapeshifters. So I'll show you how you can go in and read this chapter. Okay? If you go to my Facebook, okay, if you type in on your, of course you're on Android, right? Or I don't know if the other phones is the same way. Not a laptop. It searches different. Laptops and computers, the Android, it searches different. Okay, so I'm showing you on an Android. I'm showing you on an Android cell phone. Okay, so if you start from scratch and you go over to your Google search bar and you type in Barney Valenzuela Facebook. Okay. Okay. Barney Valenzuela Facebook. And you put that into your Google search engine. You'll see all the Facebook links pop up there. Okay. There's one other Barney Valenzuela way down at the bottom, but all the other ones on top, the 4, if you click the first one, second one, or third one, you'll probably find me. Okay, so I'm going to click the first one, which is right here. You can see it. Okay. The one up on top. Okay, so I'm going to click on it. And it brings up, just a second here, it's going a little bit slow. Okay. Yeah, it's not loading here. Just give it a second. This always happens when I try to show you something on here. It starts doing this. Okay, so let me go back and I'll click on the second one. It says 20 plus followers. So that's what it brings up. You can see that there's a picture of a 18-wheeler behind me. Okay, that's my channel. It's not the one that has a picture of an apricot tree or some other dude that's down in Arizona. Okay, this is my channel here. And so if you go into my channel, you'll see that I have the link right here. It says, here is the link to where you can read, and notice how it just has a little link down there. Oh, let me pick it up here because it's in the comments. You people who are live right now, you can't see it. Okay. You can see that it's just a link. It doesn't have a picture, right? That's basically sandboxing. And so all it has is a little gray thing, and it says ivantic.info, www.ivantic.info. So if you click on that, it'll take you to the website, okay, where it has a PDF download. So as soon as you click it, it will it'll go to that website and start downloading the book. Okay. And so hurry up and view it because I don't know how long they'll leave it up there because they keep screwing around. They do not want the people to read this crap. What's weird about it is that nobody on the internet is acknowledging this information that's in here that makes Epstein Island look like a joke. And so it's taking a little while to load up there. Okay. And I'll read your comments here in just a minute. But just give it a little time because I think what it's doing is it's downloading the book. So it's a large book. And when it's all downloaded, it'll show you the front page. Okay. And it's like 500 pages. So just navigate your way. You can scroll or whatever. Okay, what's it saying? You're leaving our app. Yes. Okay. So there it's getting ready to. You have to click on that thing where Facebook says you're leaving our app. Okay. And then it clicks you over to here to that website, ivantic.info. And you have to go in through this link because if you type in this straight into your browser, www.ivantic.info, it still won't give you an option where to go to read the book. It's like in a different language. Okay, so just give it a minute because I guess it's downloading the book, right? So give it just a little minute for it to download that. There it comes. Okay. It's almost there. This would be so much better if I ever get high-speed internet. But I can tell that the signal is not really that great anyway. I mean, I was getting 3 bars on 4G. So it's taking a little while. Of course, you know it's going to do this whenever I try to show this information. Okay. So just waiting for it to download there. This one's already at 19%. Okay. Taking a little bit longer than usual. And then I'll finish telling you about this other person who's doing live streams right now. As soon as this thing finishes loading up. Let me see if I'm getting 4 bars. I mean 3 bars. Yeah, it switched over to 5G, but it's got 3 bars, so it should be okay, but it's not. It's just not showing you. Okay? You know there's somebody, I don't know if it's a bot or if I don't know if it's a real person that's doing this. They do not want the people to get this information. That's why you should get the book off Amazon. They're dirt cheap. If you buy them used, you can get them dirt cheap. They used to have this problem with Barry Lyons books. When I got into this, like back in 2011, they had this thing with Barry Lyons books. There was no Barry Lyons books on Amazon. And then we kept promoting it and promoting it. And now there's dozens and dozens of Barry Lyons books on Amazon for dirt cheap. Okay, it's not downloading at this time. Okay. So I'm just going to let it keep working there because you can see they're being butt heads. Okay. But the website is called ivantic.info. And you can actually read all of his other books there too. Okay, so let me tell you about this one person. There's this one person who's doing live streams. You can check him out tonight if you want to. Okay, his YouTube channel, his handle is Mr. Community. And you'll find him that way. I think I think it's Mr. Community 992. But just type in Mr. Community and you'll find him that way. He's doing live streams every day out of Cincinnati. And he's telling you stuff like this. He's telling you to read David Icke. This is David Icke. And he tells you all this other stuff, which I don't agree with all the stuff that he's saying. But I wouldn't be telling you about him if I didn't think it was, worth checking it out. Okay, so listen to what he's saying because not very many people are saying this, and I can't say it. He's saying the stuff that I stay away from. He's saying it. But at the same time, it might be that it's going to lead the people off on a wild goose chase because he's given you all the stuff that I've that I've checked out. But at the same time, he's telling you about this other person. Okay? And this other person that he mentions on there, he mentions a lot of them, but one of them caught my attention, which is Jordan Maxwell. Okay? I've known about Jordan Maxwell for probably 20 years, at least. I've seen his DVDs when he was first putting stuff out there. And, well, I think it's a bunch of bull. Okay? If this guy, Mr. Community, really believes it, then I don't know what to tell you. Okay. But I'll tell you why I don't believe this one person, Jordan Maxwell, because I just went in and checked his YouTube channel right now, and they have zero live stream content. Okay. That's a freaking red flag. Okay. Because if you don't have a live stream, how in the hell are we supposed to judge whether what you're saying, you're making it up, a bunch of freaking bull, or if it's the truth? You can tell off people's body language. That's why they'll zoom in the camera so that you can't see their body language, because they're being deceitful. They're being deceptive. Okay. So, yes, he is saying a lot of stuff, but this stuff that he says about the Bible, I think, is bizarre and just out of left field. Well, that's not a good way to put it, but I think it's a bunch of baloney. And and so yeah, so the thing's not loading up, but yeah, I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Okay, go check the dude out. His name is Mr. Community. Okay, he's live every day. He does a live stream. He goes out and he walks for like a half hour every day, and he does a live stream. Another YouTuber who just showed up, I think it's worth mentioning, okay, for so that you can see what's going on with the homeless people down here in Skid Row. I told you about what's going on over here in Fresno, right? I just read online, you can check it out yourself. I read that Fresno, the city of Fresno, was given from the state of California almost $1 billion to help the homeless people in Fresno. Okay, there's 1,400 people living out in the cold on the streets in Fresno, in tents, jackets out there, living on the streets, no bathrooms. These are homeless people. This is real. This is going on right now. There's 1,400 people living on the streets in Fresno. The state of California gave the city of Fresno almost $1 billion. Okay? They gave them $700 million. And you know what they did with it? They made it worse for these homeless people. They're back out on the streets. They tried building these modeling or all this stuff, and it turned out to a big old freaking dump pile. They didn't do jack. They made it worse for them, because the places where these people used to go, these shelters that had shower and, they would feed them, those places all shut down because of this. So they're worse off now. Who got all that money? They're a bunch of freaking thieves. There's 1,400 people. If they would have given that money directly to the people, each one of them could have gone out and bought a brand new house and still had $350,000 left over. Okay? This is what nobody is talking about. I looked, you can buy a house for 200,000, 300,000. If they would have given that $700 million to the 1,400 homeless people there in Fresno, the money trickles back into the economy anyway, right? Each homeless person would have over $500,000, but they stole it all. A pack of thieves. And now go look at the places that they were rejuvenating or remodeling or whatever. Big old pile of crap. They're so freaking greedy, dude. They didn't spend jack. How do you make $700 million disappear like that? A bunch of freaking thieves. Okay, so anyway, this other guy who's showing you the homeless people down in Skid Row, the city of angels, in the city of angels. Okay, I've only seen him once, so I don't know what his thing is. Okay, but I'm just want you to mention it. I mean, the free flow of information is instant now. Okay, his channel is Rome 300 LA. See, that's an easy name to remember, right? Because you like the Roman Empire. ROME 300 LA, like in Los Angeles. Okay, that's his YouTube channel name. Another channel that you should check out doesn't have that easy of a name to remember, but this channel is showing stuff that no other channels are showing. Okay. This is a channel, if you're into civil rights and, um, you know, um, what's going on with law enforcement is a freaking joke. Somebody just got slaughtered, freaking gunned down in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and you don't take the officer in to drug test him. This is what's going on in the United States. This is a freaking joke. Why do you think the one officer over in Sacramento right now? They're all on drugs. Did you see the officer that was over there? He was on fentanyl or something. He was still in his uniform and shot his son, murdered his son, and he's freaking laying down on the ground. You think that's the only one? So anyway, the name of this channel who's showing these type of things that they're hiding. I shouldn't have mixed that other stuff in with this. I should have just like, okay, this is the most important thing. So I'll just leave it at that. Okay. I'll tell you about the other channels later. But the most important thing is to go in and read this. Start on page 332, because all the different stuff what's going on here on the internet, all these different people who are talking. I don't know what the hell the deal is. I can't tell you this stuff. Okay? But yet I guess everybody else, they know something's up, right? Nobody is saying what he says in chapter 16, the chapter that I just showed you. So it's very easy to go there to that thing that I showed you. It's ivantic.info. Okay, but you have to go in through that link. Don't ask me why. If you type it up in the browser, if you go www.ivantic.info, it comes up in a different language, and it doesn't take you to that link. Right? So that's why I put the link on my Facebook page, so you can go straight to my Facebook page, click on the thing, and it takes you straight there, even though it might take a little while, because I guess it's downloading the PDF. It's downloading the whole book. And go to page 338 and start reading, and you'll see what nobody acknowledges for whatever reason. Okay? So thanks for tuning in. And Lee 9639, what's up? Says hello. Where are you tuning in from? When can we see it? Do you know how to get to my Facebook page? You can go there right now. It's for free. It's been for free. I just barely found it online for free, and it's not the only one. He's got his other books in there too. And The Truth Shall Set You Free is in there. Tales from the Time Loop. Okay? I just saw him right now, but I found this like over the summer, right before this summer. I found it. I was like, what the hell? Who put this up here? So I put it on my Facebook. And I just went back now, like about 4 months later, to check it. And somebody took the link off of it. It was just there. It said, you can read page this and this and this. And I tried clicking on it. So I was making a live stream the other day, and somebody took the freaking link off of it. They don't want the people to know this crap. These are the rulers. It's Lucifer and the fallen angels, and nobody's acknowledging it. Don't ask me why. then the two whistleblowers who are both, David Icke is mostly telling you about the extraterrestrials, and Kevin Trudeau is mostly telling you about this one industry that you don't even want to mention on here. It's so evil. Okay. But right now, Kevin Trudeau is also talking about the extraterrestrials because he was in the brotherhood with multi-billionaires. Okay. They threw him in prison because he started telling everybody the stuff. And but yet they still act like they don't even know each other, right? They never acknowledge each other. This is freaking phony, right? That's why I say they're both suspect of being extraterrestrials themselves. They defected, right? They were cast down. The fallen angels, extraterrestrials are fallen angels. They were cast down, so they defected out of heaven, but now they're defecting back to righteousness. And in so doing, they got freaking hammered by the fallen angels. One was thrown into prison camp for almost 10 years for a bullcrap charge, right? Straight bullcrap. And the other one got banned off Facebook and YouTube and from 30 European countries because that place is crawling with them. Okay? You start checking them out and you'll see they're freaking, they are these freaking reptilians. Check them out. And so thanks for tuning in. And Skibidi toilet. Skibidi toilet. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Gerber flicker. Gerbert. Gerbert giggle flicker. Is that like some kind of pornography or something? Yumiri Lemiag. That sounds kind of Asian. Well, anyway, thanks for tuning in, everybody. And you people who are here, let me know if that link works. I don't know how you would let me know, but I'm sure you can figure out a way. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk at you soon. I've got a whole bunch of stuff to say. Not a whole bunch, but I've got more stuff to talk about. But this phone is sitting on top of my notes, so I can't do it right now. And it's really uncomfortable being like this. I just wanted to put this information out there for you to know about this link, okay, that they've been hiding for 4 months. And I just barely noticed it. Okie dokie. So the one dude, Mr. Community, he'll probably be on right now. Well, he was on right now. He's probably off now, but he's going to be on in just a couple hours because he's in Cincinnati, and so that's 2 hours difference. And so it's already dark over there. He's going through and showing you, that people over there, they're already in the Christmas spirit, which I've kind of like, I'm like, you people are a bunch of freaking hypocrites, right? Because there's homeless people living out on the streets. What the hell is wrong with you? But it is what it is, whatever floats your boat. But the foundational Black Americans, you remember they boycotted the bus services over in Alabama, and they basically shut the place down. They know that their dollar has power because the power is with the people, but the powers that be, who you give all your money to, who make billions and billions of dollars, they don't want you to know that. Okay. And hence I put this thing on my Facebook, and you can listen to this chick. She tells you the whole thing. She gives you the whole rundown. It even made me realize even more clearly what's going on. And so they're boycotting Christmas this year. To don't go out there and buy 2 or 3 different things that you don't even need. Only buy stuff if it's absolutely essential. That's the only way they will listen. They are so freaking greedy. Okay, I told you that the other day. That's the only way to get their attention. Okay. And so they were targeting, like, I guess, Target or in this and stuff like that. But basically, what's going on right now is they are boycotting Christmas. Right. And I'm like, yeah, that's the only way you're going to get their attention. Okay. Now, as far as I told you what my stance is on Orange Man, everybody wants to blame everything on Orange Man, but sometimes you hear the stuff that they are saying that he's doing, and yeah, it does, it's like that's unconstitutional. But at the same time, I can tell that the people who don't like Orange Man, they're making stuff up too. Because if you listen to him, the stuff he's saying, some of it makes sense. This last thing that I do not believe, I think he's lying. This is just my own personal opinion. I don't know. This is my own judgment. I think he's lying about the cognitive test, that he got all the answers straight. I think that's straight bullcrap. Okay. I think he's lying about that. But, I think right now the creator is in charge, and it's a necessary evil, just like Hitler. All those people, they were so freaking arrogant, right? And then when Hitler got down, look at them. They were all out there crying because all their houses were torn to shit. And they're all out there, "Ah!" Right? So it's a necessary evil because these freaking animals will not wake up, and they will not stand up against um, injustice. They will not stand up against letting the people freeze out there when this nation has the most more money than you can shake a stick at. They have trillions of dollars. They can end homelessness right now overnight. Overnight, they can end homelessness with $1 trillion. Okay? So thanks for tuning in. Make sure you check out this dude so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay? It's Mr. Community. Talk to you later. Oh, that's goofy. See, on here, it says that there's one person, and on here it says that there was 4 people. So that's pretty goofy. Let's see if this thing ever finished downloading. Hold on. Hell no, it's still running. See that? Okay. Talk to you in a bit.